morning friends. I am Parthish Parekh. I am physics teacher in LP Savani group of school. Today we are going to discuss our topic, that is checking the dimensional consistency of the equation. Okay, so today we are going to learn some or solve some examples. Okay, so here we given one example, that is 2.16. So in this example we have given the SI unit of the energy is joule is equal to kilogram meter per second square, and that speed v is meter per second, of the acceleration a is meter per second square, which of the formulae for kinetic energy given below. So if first of all a is given k equals to half m square into v cube, then b is given k equals to half mv square, c is given k equals to m a mass into acceleration, and d is given k equals to 3/16 mv square, and E is given k equals to half mv square plus ma. So we need to find out which equation are matched from this equation. Okay, means energy equation. So shall we start? Okay, fine. So in the solution, first of all we can find out the dimensional formula of the energy. So we have here given the dimensional formula. Here we given the SI unit of energy, that is nothing but it is joule is equal to kg meter square per second square. Okay, so from these units we can find out the dimensional formula of the kinetic energy. Okay, so let us find out. So kinetic energy, it is nothing but kg means m1 kilogram, meter square means l2 means L square or L power of 2, and second is power of 2. Okay, so time is measured in second, so we need to write here t raised to minus 2, t raised to power of minus 2. So that is our equation of kinetic energy. Okay, so first of all we need to find out option A, which is match or not for this dimensional formula or this dimensional formula of the energy. Okay, so let us take first formula, that is given here k equals to m square v cube. Okay, here m is nothing but it is mass whole square, and v is nothing but it is velocity is distance divided by time, that is measured in meter per second and whole cube. So here we can write the dimensional formula of this equation is mass is m square plus or into m in meter, so L square, and here is given time. So time is measured in second, so we can write down t raised to power of minus 3. Okay, so this formula can't match of this formula. Okay, so we can say that this formula doesn't match, or this dimensional formula of this equation doesn't match of the our energy formula. Okay, our kinetic energy formula. Now second option is given, b equals to half mv square, that k equals to half mv square. Now let us check whether it is dimensionally correct or not from both the equations. Okay, so half is an integer number, so it is dimensionless obviously, and m is the mass, so mass is measured in kilogram. Okay, so here we can write kilogram. Then velocity measured in meter per second, so again we can write meter per second, and here is given whole square, so we can write meter per second whole square. Now kilogram meter square per second square. Now we can write down the dimensional formula of this given equation, that is m1 L2 t raised to minus 2. Okay, so these equations are dimensionally correct. See this. So this equation dimensional formula are match of the given equations. Okay. Now students, we take option C, that is given k equals to ma. So m is nothing but it is mass, and a is nothing but it is acceleration. So mass is measured in kilogram, and acceleration equation or acceleration measured in meter per second square. So we can write down here meter per second square. So we can write down the dimensional formula of this equation, that is m1 L1 length is measured in meter, that's why I can write down L1, and second is L raised to minus, sorry, T raised to minus 2. Okay, so that is our dimensional formula, but it is not match of this our equation, so it is dimensionally not correct. Okay, so now we check again another example, that is given k equals to 3/16 mv square. So here 3/60 square, it is a rational number, okay, or integer multiple, okay. So it is dimensionless, and mv derived that mv square is nothing but it is mass into velocity or velocity square, that is meter square per second square. So the dimensional formula of this equation is m1 l2 t raised to minus 2. So that is the match of our equations or our energy equation. So both are dimensionally correct. So option B and option D are dimensionally match of the our equation, our energy equation. Now students, our next subtopic is deducing the relation among the physical quantities. The method of dimension can sometimes be used to deduce the relation among the physical quantities. For this, we should know the dependence of the physical quantity on the other quantities up to 3 physical quantities like m, l and t. M for mass, L for length and T for time. Linearly dependent variables, and consider it as a product type of the dependence. Now students, let us take one example which I already told you, so we can understood of this topic in better way. So the topic name is deducing relation among the physical quantities. So here one example is given, that is 2.17. Consider a simple pendulum having a bob attached to a string. So the simple pendulum, here we given simple pendulum. So simple pendulum is given and attached to a string that oscillate under the action of the force of the gravity. Okay, so we take one string and draw a perpendicular. Then we take one length which is attached to the one bob, and the mass of the bob is suppose m, and the length of this thread is suppose l. Okay, so this pendulum oscillates because of Earth's gravity, that is small g. Okay, so it oscillates in that way. Okay, and the mass or weight creates from the gravity, that is W equals to mg. Okay, so we need to find out derive the expression of the time period. So what is the time period of the total complete oscillation of this bob under the action of the Earth's gravity? Okay, so now let us find out. So now here the simple pendulum's oscillations depends on its length, then the mass of the bob, then the acceleration due to gravity. So the oscillation of the time period of the simple pendulum, it is depends on mass of the bob, that is nothing but it is small m. Okay, that is symbolism. Okay, and length of the pendulum, that is l, and acceleration due to gravity, that is small g. Okay, now combined we can write down the equation is T equals to K, M, L and G. Here K is nothing but it is dimensionless constant. Now here we can use some components or some exponents, that is nothing but it is m raised to x, l raised to y and g raised to z. So we can now comparing the power of both the sides, LHS and RHS. Okay, now we can write the dimensional formula of these combined equations. Okay, first of all write down the LHS, dimensional formula of LHS, which is nothing but it is T1 or T raised to 1. So the dimensional formula of time period, it is m0, m raised to 0, l raised to 0 and t raised to 1. Okay, now we take right hand side. So the dimensional formula of the right hand side we can written as m raised to x. M is nothing but it is the mass of the bob. So mass is measured in kilogram. So we can write down here is m raised to 1 or x. X is nothing but it is the exponent sum, okay, or some arbitrary exponent x, y, z. And L is nothing but it is length of the bob, okay, so which is measured in meter. So here we can write L raised to 1 and Y also. And G is nothing but it is the acceleration due to gravity, same as a linear acceleration, but it is from the earth gravitational field, okay. So we can write down L1 t raised to minus 2 raised to z, okay. Now we combinedly write these all terms, then we get the result m raised to x, L raised to y, and L raised to z, t raised to minus 2z. Now students, here we compare the both sides exponent or power of the left hand side and right hand side equations or dimensional formulas, okay. So first of all we can write left hand side equation or dimensional formula m raised to 0, L raised to 0, t raised to 1, and right hand side equation combinedly we can write m raised to x, L raised to y plus z. Here we are applying the law of multiplication, okay, and t raised to minus 2z, okay. Now compare the both sides. So 0 is equal to x, 0 is equal to y plus z, and 1 is equal to minus 2z, okay. So from this equation we get x equals to 0, from this equation we get y equals to minus z, and from this equation we can get z is equal to minus 1 by 2. Now put this value of z in this equation, so we can get the value of y, that is nothing but it is equal to minus 1 by 2, and minus is already here given outside, so minus minus will be plus. So we get x equals to 0, 0, z equals to minus 1 by 2, and y equals to 1 by 2. Put this all value of this exponent x, y, and z, etc. in our previous equation, that is time period equation. It is nothing but t proportional to dimensionless constant, then mass of the bob raised to x, length of the bob which is L, and acceleration due to gravity which is nothing but it is z, g raised to z. Now put all these components value in this equation, then what we get finally, let us see. So k is as it is m raised to x, but here x is 0, so we can write m raised to 0, and y is nothing but it is 1 by 2, and g is nothing but it is equal to minus 1 by 2. So finally we can get, now 1 by 2 means square root, okay. So we can write m raised to 0 is 1, L raised to L, and here g raised to 1 by 2. So we can write this way, okay. So finally we can write this equation in this form also. Under root of L by G. Now we can write k is equal to some constant like 2 pi. K equals to, we taking 2 pi. So here we taking k equals to 2 pi. So finally we get the equation 2 pi under root of L by G. That is our time period of the oscillation of the bob under the acceleration due to gravity of the earth. Okay. Now write down all these stuffs. Thank you.